In this video, we will cover two methods of how to calibrate your fertilizer injector.
This
The
method
first
uses
method
a properly
is the
calibrated
EC method.
electrical conductivity or EC meter, a small amount of full-strength fertilizer, and a small amount of clear water from your tap. To get the full-strength fertilizer solution, start by filling a bucket with fertilizer solution from the end of the hose. Then, using a small plastic cup,
1 gallon
dip some of the full-strength fertilizer solution out of the large bucket. Use your EC meter to check the EC of the full-strength fertilizer solution. In this case, it is 1.74 millisiemens per centimeter. Be sure to wash off the probe with distilled water. We now need to refer to the label of the fertilizer. When we take a look closer at the label,
in this case,
we see a table
is a 15
that gives
for
directions
15.
for mixing, but also the EC values for different concentrations of fertilizer. We have mixed our fertilizer and set our injector to give us 200 parts per million nitrogen. So if we look at the last row on the table labeled 200 parts per million and follow it over to the EC value column, we see that we should get a value of 1.52
But we found the
millimoles,
EC to be
or
1.74
millisiemens per centimeter. We didn't account for the EC of the tap water. The EC of the tap water is found to be 0.25 millisiemens per centimeter. Therefore, we subtract 0.25 from 1.74 to give us 1.49 millisiemens. This is pretty close to the 1.52 millisiemens that we're looking for. In most cases, being within 2 to 300ths of a millisiemen. Our second method is the flow method. At the core of the flow method is this equation: diluted volume divided by stock volume. We start with filling a graduated cylinder to a known volume with the concentrated stock solution. In this case, the cylinder is filled with 200 milliliters. Then we place the lead from the injector into the graduated cylinder. Next, fill a bucket with fertilizer solution from the end of the hose to a known volume. I've marked this bucket so I know when I've filled it with 16 liters of water. The larger volume of water that you will use will give you more accurate results, but in most cases, using between 4 and 5 gallons of water works well. Once the bucket is filled to 16 liters, the water is turned off and the lead from the injector is removed from the graduated cylinder. We now look at how much concentrate is left in the graduated cylinder. There are 118 milliliters left, which means to fill our bucket to 16 liters, we used 82 milliliters of concentrate. Now I need to use our calculator. The calculation has to be done in milliliters, so we need to convert 16 liters into milliliters by multiplying by 1,000 to get 16,000 milliliters.
To show this
Then
again,
we divided 16,000
by 82
the number of milliliters
to give us
of
a little
concentrate
over
it took
195.
to get 16 liters
We
of
anticipated
solution.
our injector to be set at 1 to 200. This tells us that it is actually set at 1 to 195. For most cases, if we are within 1 to 2%, we are okay. And in this instance, we're within that range.
If our injector is off by too much using either method, we will have to adjust the ratio. Injectors made by different manufacturers will be adjusted differently. Thanks for watching this video on calibrating your fertilizer injector. Twist this portion of the injector one way or the other. Please visit our website at www.nhfloriculture.com and look under the Plant Nutrition tab.